It's time for the 2018 Ironman 70.3 World Championships. This year, it's heading to the Eastern Cape in South Africa, to Nelson Mandela Bay in Port Elizabeth. It is the pinnacle of the global Ironman 70.3 calendar, where the best in the world will be competing over both the Saturday and the Sunday. So let's take a little preview of what is to come this weekend and some insight from the pros themselves. We are just moments away from that start and going and racing getting underway. The women will be competing on the Saturday for both the pro and the age group categories, and then the men will be competing on the Sunday. This year, they've got over 3,000 athletes competing, coming from over 85 qualifying events. So let's quickly take a look at the course before we get some predictions from the pros. So the swim is going to start from Kings Beach. It's a beach start, so athletes will be running into the water or even walking if they want to complete a 1.9 kilometre counterclockwise loop. The bike then heads out of Port Elizabeth and quickly starts a steady climb for the first 7 to 8 kilometres. At the 40 kilometre mark, athletes turn around and then head back along the same route before diverging at the 60 kilometre mark. They then head along Marine Drive and then through the nature reserve before heading back into Port Elizabeth. Then onto the run, and it is a relatively flat course. It's a 2-lap course. There's more or less an out and back along the coastline. It's flat and fast with a little over 90 metres of elevation gain. Obviously, it is a fair old trek out to South Africa for this race, so this is what Helle Fredriksson thought.
I don't know how many that's gonna be there. I think the field will be a little weaker this year simply due to it being in South Africa. So by that, I don't know who's going.
Well, I hate to tell you, Helle, but the pro field this year is stacked. We've got countless Ironman and Ironman 70.3 champions and a few world champions thrown in for good measure. Now, I recently spoke to Bart Ernold, so here's what he had to say about his predictions for the female winners.
South Africa, I'm not sure if Daniela is going to race there, otherwise I would say Daniela again.
Yeah, I'm with you, Bart. Number 1 seeded Daniela Ryf. You would be mad not to consider her. She is 3-time Ironman World Champion and 3-time Ironman 70.3 World Champion. In fact, she is the one to beat because she was last year's Ironman 70.3 World Champion. And earlier this year, she set the fastest Ironman 70.3 time for a woman at Ironman 70.3 Gdynia in Poland in a time of 3 hours and 57 minutes. In doing so, she beat second place finisher Marinda Carfrae by 20 minutes and was just 10 minutes off the winning male time. But she didn't have it easier last year because she was pushed all the way to the line.
Top woman?
Oh, blimey. Emma Pallant for the women, I reckon.
Yeah, it was Emma Pallant that really seemed a threat to Daniela last year. She ended up second after a blistering run performance. And although she has shifted her focus more towards the full distance Ironman racing this year, she has still shown her form over the half distance as well. But another speedy runner that could be a threat this year is Melissa Hauschild. She's already a 2-time 70.3 world champion and could really stir things up going onto the run. And then there is Sarah True. She's a very accomplished ITU racer, but more latterly has stepped up to the half and full distance racing and seems to be pretty darn good at it. She came 4th at the 70.3 World Championships last year, and in her debut Ironman this year at Ironman Frankfurt, she took 2nd behind Daniela with a 2:58 marathon. But then there's someone we maybe hadn't expected to be on the start list, and that person is racing with bib number 43, Luci Charles. She really launched onto the scene last year with a 2nd place at the Ironman World Championships to Daniela Ryf. She also won the hotly contested middle distance race in Slovakia, the championship. Now, as we saw at Kona last year, she has the ability to go off the front of the race and to lead out of the swim with a big margin and potentially go solo on the bike. Now, we saw it work for fellow countrywoman Holly Lawrence in 2016, so could it work for Luci in 2018? Well, the men's start list is just as scary. We've got Ironman World Champions, Ironman 70.3 World Champions, Xterra World Champions, ITU World Champions, and a few Olympic gold medals. It really is hard to split this field. So let's go and chat to some of the pros and see what they think.
I don't know. Is Brownlee doing it?
Alistair?
going to say Gomez.
Well, let's start with Javier Gomez, the current Ironman 70.3 world champion. And with his pedigree over the distance and his recent success over the Ironman distance, he will be hard to beat on Sunday. But one person that is used to running shoulder to shoulder with Gomez is Alistair Brownlee. He hasn't raced much over the past year due to injuries, but the two-time Olympic champion has already proven his speed over the 70.3 distance and that he can cause some damage on the bike. But Jan Frodeno is also one that surprised us with his entry to the 70.3 World Champs. He's previously won the race and taken that top spot back in 2015, and he really will be one that everyone will have their eyes on for this race, particularly with Kona on the horizon. Now, he's not going to make the trip all the way over to South Africa if he didn't have the confidence that he could go away with the title. But now, Andreas Dries, the German Uber biker, who will also be on that start line, and he'll be hoping to mix things up throughout the bike leg. Now, he recently gave us his thoughts on how the race could pan out.
And I want to try to do the best there as well. And sometimes you have more bikers race, sometimes you have more runners race. So we'll see what the course in South Africa will bring, and I hope that I can push the pedal down and to act and influence the race.
Well, I could list off so many more names that all have a chance of influencing this race. Not to forget, second place finisher last year, Ben Canute, though he may find he has a tougher time this year with all eyes being on him. Sam Appleton is another athlete that has the ability to get onto the podium. He certainly knows how to bike, and he's not afraid to dig deep. We also have Braden Curry, Mauricio Mendes, Rudy von Berg, and previous two-time winner Michael Rayler. Now, that is just a small pick of some of the big names racing this weekend. Of course, there are so many more. We've got some wild cards that could cause some damage depending on how the race plays out. So please do get involved in the comment section below and let us know how you think it might play out and who your predictions are. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up button, and if you'd like to see more videos from GTN, just click on the globe and subscribe. Now, if you'd like to see Alistair Brownlee's pro bike, just click up here. If you'd like to see Luci Charles' pro bike, just click up here.